Hi guys, Josh from barnfinds.com here with you today to discuss some of the first stages of what to do when you've uncovered a great find. Um, for this example, we're going to go ahead and use my find. If you've been following the site, you probably know that I've had a Fiat 124 Spider hidden in my garage for a couple years now, and I figured it was finally time to get her pulled out. And as many of you pointed out, there's some important things that we need to do before we can get her running and get her on the road again. But first step that we're going to discuss today is getting the debris cleared out. It's pretty hard to analyze your car and decide whether you want to buy it or what things need to be done to it until you get that crap cleared out. Now my car had quite a bit of junk piled around it, but I went ahead and moved it out of the way for filming and for photography just to make it a little easier. But obviously you guys are going to have to clear that crap out of the way. But we'll go ahead and reveal her first. Now that we got her uncovered, we can go ahead and do an inspection of her, do a quick walkthrough. As you can see, she's in need of some body work and a lot of paint work. The previous owner had decided to paint her bright red, and I think we'll probably take her back to the original maroon. But for now, she's kind of hodgepodge colors just from the body work. In a future episode, we're going to discuss doing some body work. You can't probably see it very well in the video, but there's some scratches and dings there from stuff being piled against it that we'll go ahead and fix, and we'll discuss how to do that. But let's continue on. As you can see, the interior needs a lot of work. The dash is currently out. There were some previous repairs that were done to it by a previous owner that were just not the quality that we want. So we're gonna go ahead and go over that too in a future episode of how to repair dashes and make them look like new. But as we can see, the engine bay is actually pretty clean. She's going to need some work. Here in a minute, we'll go ahead and take the timing belt cover off and go ahead and look at the timing belt, as a lot of you expressed major concerns about whether the timing belt was in good condition or if it needed to be replaced. So we'll go ahead and take that off and do a quick inspection. But while we're here doing just a visual walkthrough, one of the important things that we do is look underneath the car for any signs of leaks or damage. So if we come underneath here, not sure how well it'll show, but you probably can see that spill there. The differential on this was leaking. These have a tendency to leak from the pinion seal. So we'll discuss how to fix that and the process of doing the quickest and cheapest repair that will hold. But as far as we know, the differential works correctly. And then if we come up here, we go ahead and look around. It looks pretty clean. I see one little oil spot, maybe some antifreeze. So we'll want to jack the car up and address that. But let's go ahead and look at that timing belt. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that cover, and we'll go ahead and look at that. Alright, as you guys might notice, the timing belt cover is still on the motor. It actually turns out that you have to take apart the cooling system to get the cover off. So I went ahead and just loosened it. That way I could move it around and get in there a little closer to inspect the timing belt. I went ahead and did a quick visual inspection, and overall it looks really good. I don't see any cracks or any frays. The belt looks like it's fairly new. Probably was changed right before I got the car. But that'll be something that we probably will go ahead and do when we do a full service on the motor. It's going to need some work, but I think overall it looks pretty clean. I went ahead and removed the air cleaner and the housing that went around it, and it revealed some other issues that we're going to want to address, namely what looks to be a leak. Well, more than a leak. The hose that I assume goes to part of the emission system is about ready to fall off. So we'll go ahead and cover how to replace that when we're at it. Not a major job. But overall, the engine looks pretty good for having sat for a while without any maintenance. It's going to need a few things, but we'll go over that in another video when we go ahead and do a full service. Be sure to check back in the next couple of weeks, though. We'll be doing more videos on maintenance and repair. We'll go over the motor. We're going to replace that pinion seal in the back. We'll also talk about doing some body work and some paint. I think you guys will really be interested in the $50 paint job I'm going to do on it. I know, but it's just for fun, and we'll just try it out and see how it works. We're going to do some body work, though. Also, I'm going to go over how to repair a dash. We're actually pretty much doing a full rebuild on this dash, but the principles will apply to any car's dash. And I think you guys will really enjoy reading about that and on the site and seeing the work and progress. So be sure to check out more of our videos. Also be sure to check out barnfinds.com and follow the story of my Fiat 124 Spider. It's a fun little car, definitely underappreciated, but it'll be a fun project to follow, guys. So be sure to check back. Thanks.